Hello everybody, this is Kysen here, and I'm back. I don't really know how else to say it other than that. It's been a while, it's been 2 months since I uploaded. The reason for that, as many of you know, is because I had a lot of work to do for my job, my career. I know a lot of you, I speak to you about that because we talk on Discord, Instagram, that kind of thing. And I really appreciate everybody's understanding during that time. I'm sorry it took me so long. Believe me, I love doing this, and I wouldn't avoid it unless I had a very good reason, which I did. But I am back now, back to doing regular uploads, and it's a great time to do it because today is actually my birthday. So you can tell I love it if I'm doing this on my birthday, right? So yeah, I'm back. It's great. I'm happy, and regular videos are going to be coming onto this channel, but there will be changes. So first thing is the upload schedule will be as before, so that's going to remain the same in terms of it will be flexible. So I didn't have a set schedule before, I'm not going to have one now. I need that flexibility. In terms of the games though, you can see here, or at least I hope you can see here, this is not Minecraft. If you couldn't see that, then probably get your eyes tested or something, but yeah, this is Tropico, completely different game. I'm not going to be doing only Minecraft content as I did before. There will now be a range of content, starting with Tropico and moving on to who knows what. There's a whole range of possibilities. And if you want to suggest games, please feel free, leave me a comment, suggest some games that you'd like to see on the channel. The criteria for the games that I'm looking to play, they're going to need to be available on Mac, at least at the moment. I might get a new game set up in the future, but for now. And also games that I don't have to spend loads of time off camera doing work, but that I can get most of the work done on camera, most of that recording work, and then upload. The trouble I have with Minecraft, especially the way I was doing it, was sometimes I had to spend several hours preparing just for a single episode, and I just can't commit that sort of time to this at the moment because I do have my career to think about as well. So yeah, games where I can do a lot on camera is great. Now, there will still be Minecraft from time to time, I'd imagine, especially things like mini games and that sort of thing. But we'll just see how we go with that, and it depends on the popularity of this. So, if you like this, if you want to see a lot more of these Tropico videos and that kind of thing, then let me know, leave a like, leave a comment. Your feedback is always very much appreciated, and it's how I base, what I do in terms of content and that sort of thing. So I like you guys to have an opinion in that. I also might look to do some streaming in the future, but I'm going to need to see how I go with that in terms of my internet and that sort of thing. But I'm thinking if I do stream, it'll probably be like, maybe I'll start as a 500 subscriber special episode, we'll do a stream, and then go from there, and we'll see how that goes depending on its success. But anyway, that's enough about the channel update. I tried to keep that brief and just move on to what we're doing today, which is Tropico. So for those of you that don't know, Tropico is a game where you build up an island economy. So you build up a whole town in this island here, and there's a range of different ways you can go. You can be a complete dictator, you can have an island of total freedom, you can have an island that focuses on tourism, you can do a bit of everything. So yeah, it's a pretty fun game to play, and I think you guys will enjoy this. So without any further ado, let's get into this. So new game, we'll do a sandbox game. This is my dynasty. So you get dynasties, which is basically just your people that you create. They're kind of like your family, if you want to think about it that way, and they are your rulers of the city that you build. So we'll go for the dynasty we got there. Now, going through this stuff, first of all, the map. I want to go to this map I was having a look through earlier, Punta de America. It's a big map, and it gives us a lot of scope to do a lot with it in terms of what I want to do for this series, which is kind of an all-rounder to get us started on the Tropico thing. So there's our map. Colonial area, that's just the starting era. The rest of this is pretty standard, 50 people, 10k start money, medium for difficulty. In future series, if we do more on this, then I can ramp that up. I'm quite happy to do that and do more of a challenge. But just to get into it a bit, I thought we'd do it on medium. I've put disasters on none. The reason being, I don't find they actually add to the challenge. They're just really annoying. So we're not going to have disasters. We're just going to keep that on none for now. So let's start the game. Now, this isn't exactly going to be a tutorial game on how to do every little bit of this game, but you will learn a lot about the game by which we play it, and I will give you a lot of tips along the way, as many as I can. But again, if that's something you'd like to see, if you'd like kind of tutorials on this game and to learn how to play it, let me know, and I will try to accommodate as always. So here we are, here's our island. This is what we start with, which isn't much. We've got here, this is our palace, so this is where your leaders live, so here's our dynasty, they're all living in there. A construction office, these guys build everything that you end up building, of course, on the island. and Teamsters. Now these guys are really important. They move all your resources around the island. So we've got a dock down here, for example, and a farm here. So they'll move your resources from your farm to your dock, so you can export that, and that is one of the biggest ways that you make money. And we got about 10k there to start. It goes down almost instantly once you start playing, because you have upkeep costs and that kind of thing. So this is our map, and I'll zoom out as much as I can. One of the annoying things actually is you can't zoom out any more than this, and I wish you could. Now all these misty areas here need to be explored, which you do as the game progresses, of course, but eventually you'll be able to build on this whole island. It's got quite a big area, and I've got so many plans. This game, there's so much you can do with it, and that's one of the things I love most about it, actually. Now, starting off, we're going to start with a tip. Do not take this task. If I left click, that's going to give me a task. They always appear in these exclamation marks. You get blue ones, and later on you get red ones, but don't take this one straight away. First thing you want to do is come down here and build up a load of plantations. Now, one thing you have to accept when you play this game is whatever you build early game, it's probably going to change later on. You're probably going to move things around, demolish things and that sort of thing. So for now, the only thing you should focus on is building plantations that are in a green area. So cocoa, I'm just seeing if we can get one next to this one, what would be good to do. So cocoa's greenish, not the best. Cotton, right, cotton's pretty green there, that's green enough for me. Again, I'm not going to worry about perfection. I'm just going to build one of those in there. So you want to build lots of plantations when you start out in this game. So we've got a cotton plantation there. Now cocoa, is that any good up here? Yep, that's good enough. So I want to line these up, get them all next to each other and that sort of thing, so the road in between stays there nicely. So we'll go cocoa. I'll do another cocoa because these earn pretty good money, actually, the cocoa plantations. Now, is there anything else to get another food source? Bananas aren't the best there. Pineapples are pretty good. Alright, let's do pineapples. We'll put pineapples in there. And that's probably all we can build now, because that's going to be going into unexplored territory. So we'll do that, and we'll run a road right up here, like this. I've got to start using more hotkeys in this game, and I will try to do that. Did that go? Yes. Second tip. Always build your road one square past the building, because when you do that, you can see here, if I want to run a road down like this, I can do that very easily. If you don't, the roads don't connect up. The roads are one of the not buggy, but just one of the annoying things about this game sometimes. Now, what I like to do as well is kind of plan out exactly how I'm going to do this from the start. Now, what I mean by that is planning out the infrastructure. So I'm going to build a couple of houses here, just country houses. Now, if I zoom right in, you can go in pretty far here. You see you've got these lovely looking houses. This is where people are living, funnily enough. And what I'm going to do is build another house behind it like that, and just build one. And I'm only doing that to get the spacing. And why I say spacing is because if we get some road here, I'm going to put that there. So I know now I can get two houses in that distance. I'm going to run that right down to the dock, and then we're going to run it right up this way like this, like that. So in here, whenever we want, we can get houses back to back, and that'll keep all of our people living in the middle of what we're doing, which is useful because then it's very easy for them to get around. And also we'll put in things, you put in services, bars, restaurants, all that kind of stuff as well. That comes a little bit later. So houses down the middle, happy with. Plantations on the edge is a good idea. Now, as well as the plantations, another great thing to build early on, you want ranches. And the thing you want is pig ranches. They are the best. Unfortunately on this island, there's no real green areas when you start out, just yellow areas really. Cattle's pretty okay. I want to put them over here, essentially, if I can. Cattle is okay. Goats is really good. So now let's line this up, get everything neat and tidy from day one. So we've got one row behind it. So we'll do one goats there. We will put some cattle in because it's going to give us food varieties, which helps with your happiness and that sort of thing. Llamas aren't great. Pigs would probably be better for now, because even though they're yellow, they do make a lot of money. So I'll do two pig ones in there. And what I'll do as well is we'll get the road going on here. And did I leave? I left too much of a gap. Okay, I'll change that in a second. So you can cancel construction before it's taken place, and you get all of your money back. So that's a very useful little thing there, because otherwise I would lose a lot of money. I do a lot of misplacing in this game, so you guys are going to have to be quite forgiving with me on that one. I apologise in advance. So we get 2 pig plantations there. So we've got 4 ranches, I should say. We've got a load of farms going on here, and some houses. Now I'm actually gonna, so basically on your money you can go up to negative 10k, right? Now when you start off, in my opinion, spend every penny of that, right? Just get all of that money spent. It will help you in the long run. So I'm going to do some more ranches here. We're going to do, right, goats are good here. Let's have a look. So that needs to go that way around, doesn't it? Yep. So we'll put another goats in there. We'll do another cattle in there. Llamas weren't the best, but they don't really fit in here all that well either. Let's build the road up there. Now, I'd like to keep a... Actually, I'll come on to that in a second. Let's just get this road going on before I say what I was going to say there. And then we'll see how this is looking. Yeah, not bad. So we've got all of our farms up around here. And what I might do is just put some houses up here as well, so that we've got people living up by the farms, because that is a useful thing to do. So 1, 2, 3. Well, that's all we can do for now, because we're going to 2 negative at the moment. So we've got houses, we've got farms going on. Now I was going to say, what I like to do is, you cannot move your palace, which is quite annoying to be honest. It'd be good if you could do that. Or what I can do is tell people to explore, and that will still be within the budget. So let's do that. Let's get these people exploring, and they can then uncover this mistiness. Now mines are great early on, so I'm going to send them up to that mine. They can uncover that, and then we'll be able to use that mine and get the resources from it, which is useful. Now, yes, I like to keep a little bit of space around the palace usually, so I can build a lot of nice parks and things around it. Large gardens, small gardens, that sort of thing. I can't show you at the moment because I don't have enough money to see what they look like. But you put them all going around here, and it looks very nice then, kind of like a high-end sort of area. And I like to mix it up, so you've got like a nice high-end area going around the palace, and then I'll have some areas that are like, in between that and poor, and then some poor areas just like slums and bars and lots of like apartments and tenements and that sort of thing. So it just mixes the game up a bit, makes it pretty good for that. Now, once you've got all this built, oh, by the way, another little tip for you. Have 2 roads like this going to your dock where possible. Depending on the map, it's not always possible. I appreciate that. But for a lot of them it is. If you do that, first of all, you'll get a lot less traffic. Okay, Teamsters and things like that, they'll be able to get up and down here a lot easier. Secondly, it will mean that you're exporting more and you're earning more money. Okay, that's basically what that's about. And I've found that 2 seems to be the magic number for docks. 1 doesn't ever be, 1 is never enough, basically. Not as you progress through the game. 2 seems to be enough for most, if not all, of the game. Now the only thing I haven't put in, which I'm wondering whether I should, is some logging. Now I've got cattle ranch there, goats there, pigs, goats, cattle again. So if I get rid of this cattle, I'll get my 784 back. Is that enough to build? Yes, it is, a logging camp. So what we'll do is we'll put that there. And again, this will definitely be moved. I won't be having that close to the palace. Actually, I don't want it there, because what I'm going to need to do is run some road up to it. So with the logging camp, we put that there. Oh, am I even going to be able to build road? Yes, I am really making the most of this negative 10k budget, aren't I? Right, that is all we're going to be able to build for now. That'll take down those trees, give us some logs, that'll help with trade and that sort of thing. Right, now that we've done all of that, now we take this task. I'm going to need to play it.
Greetings, old chap. Have I got a deal for you today? As Crown Representative, I can offer you your very own trading license.
Thank you, Lord Oaksworth. I forgot that he did that every time you open up these things, so I might see if I can turn that off going forwards. But basically, the reason you leave this task till the end is I can now buy the Platinum package for $4,000, even though I'm almost negative 10, and it will just put me over. Right, so now I'm negative almost 14. That is why you leave that one right until the end. So we've got our training package going on. We've got all of our buildings built. Now the next thing you want to do is go through and whack everything up to full budget. Now this will help in terms of people coming to your island. Little tip as well, if each time you do it, if you hold down control and then click, it will do all buildings of the same type, so all future plantations that are cocoa will automatically be put onto that budget. If you do it, oh, you can see there, so that one there I hadn't done, because I've done the previous one once holding down control, it was done for me. So always do that when you start out in the game. If you do it to a building that's already been built, like I did with the dock, hold down control and do it, and then all buildings that have currently been built that are like that will go to that. So all docks currently built will then be set to that level. So that one is already done, and then we just need to do, oh, that's been done as well. Houses you don't do, palace we can do. Definitely want to do the construction office and the Teamsters, and I did the dock. Yeah, okay, so now everything's on full budget, and we can start playing through this. So that's kind of my initial setup. Oh, we got a task here.
As you know, His Majesty is fond of setting fire to things. He has decided to build the world's largest bonfire and needs all the wood he can get.
Okay, so it says here, build one logging camp, reward, your mandate will be extended by 6 months. Definitely want to accept that, because I will build another logging camp once I get a bit more money. Now, I wanted to go through something there that's brought up an important point. Over here, you'll see it says 4Y. That means 4 years. That's how long's left of my mandate. A mandate is how long you can run your island for. So in 4 years' time, this island would get taken off me. But by doing tasks...
As you know, His Majesty...
Go away. Basically, I was trying to show you there. I just didn't want to hear Lord Oaksworth again. But once I do that task, I'll get a 6-month extension on my mandate. So you keep doing that until this, your popular support, which is on 15% right now, gets to 51% or more, and then you can become independent. This right here is your population, that right there is your money, this is how you do your time and speed things up. So that's kind of all the basics there explained to you. Now, actually I'll just play that at normal speed for now. Oh, this is my army, guys, from the palace. There they go. They are running off doing an exploration, like I sent them up to the mine there. That's their target, look. And they're going to uncover a lot of the map for me and get that mine discovered, and then we can start using that once we get more money. The final thing I want to set up is trade routes. So each dock comes with one ship. So if I go on to something here like agriculture, you'll see there, right here, ships 1 out of 1. That means I've got one ship available of 1 total ships, and you can add ships to different export things. Now this red arrow means export, green means import. Very important that, because if you start importing things thinking that you're going to be making money from it, it's actually going to have the opposite effect. Now wool I don't have right now, I will have it though. That gives me foreign standing, and 1350 is pretty good. Tobacco would be nice, but I'm not going to be producing tobacco at this stage. Logs 900, that's not bad. Planks 1800, again that's not bad, but I need to do research and stuff before I can get to there. So for now, let's do the wool, add a ship to that, and that will start once my wool production starts. So now research. Now mines are great, but at the moment I've got a lot of farms, and ranches. So we'll do farms, ranches, then mines, and I've just put those 3 in for now, and then we'll see where we are. As you research, more things become available, more buildings and things. A lot of these are greyed out at the moment. That's because my budget is too negative to build anything as well. But also a lot of these are unavailable, but as you can see, more becomes available as you progress through the game. Now that is a very basic introduction to this game. It's a very basic introduction to me being back, but I think it's enough for today. Just a quick video. Actually, I haven't timed how long this is, so it might end up being quite a long video, and I'm unaware of it. But yeah, it is what it is. This is the video for today, basically. As I say, please let me know if you liked it, guys, and if you did, then I'll do a lot more of this, and I'm always happy to hear your suggestions as well. So next time, what I'll be focusing on is really building up this early game economy and making lots of money on this game. That's what we'll be doing next time. And but for now, that is all it's going to be. So as always, guys, thanks very much for watching. It is great to be back, and I look forward to seeing you next time.